Hello, I'm Major Panel. Today bringing you another video. Today we are going to be doing a captain on bike. Technically his rules are going to be Sudan Khan for a period of time until I can adequately make a balanced rule set for a captain on bike from Legends. We are doing Captain Sir Lancelot of the first company of the Knights of Camelot. We are going to put him on an Outrider. I'm going to be matching my horseback Outriders. So I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get into it. And if you do enjoy, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And let's get into it. So in this Kitbashing, I gather the bits. From my last Outriders conversion, I had two horses. I still have one now. So I've used the second one for this conversion. I'm using the Chaos Knight horses, as well as a Company Heroes captain, and a few interesting bits here and there. I take my time trying to figure out how I'm going to get this arm posed the way I want it. I want it a bit more relaxed, laid by your side, as I'm going to turn this sword into a trick weapon from Bloodborne to a degree. My idea is a sword axe. It's an axe with a sword with an axe on it that runs along the fuller or the spine of the blade when in combat. It is loosely fitted, so the idea is when you swing it hard enough, the axe head will launch itself to the end of the sword, giving you a smaller axe head to strike with. I don't know about you, but as someone that likes weapons, I can see that working really well to a degree. As long if the blade is made correctly in a very specific way, it would work. It would need a lot of maintenance, but it would work. I take the Chaos Knight's feet with the sponsons and attach it. I believe it's sponsons. I'm pretty sure it's sponsons. Unless second guessing that. I do apologize if I'm wrong with that. Stirrups. No, the stirrups are the things on the back of the horse. Not the horse, the boot. Pretty sure they're sponsons. I'm not a horse guy, so I do apologize. Doing my best to carve out this inner section of the horse, because guess what? It's not very important, this section, as a lot of people would realize there is a lot of fabric and armor underneath that. Like old school war horses had like multiple layers of chainmail, fabric, plating, more chainmail. Well, usually not in that order, but you get the gist. There's a lot of layers under that, so I can dig into this horse a fair bit, and it still will look relatively accurate. I may not be a horse dude, but I definitely am a war dude, and this would work to a degree. Now, the breeding application of making your horse that large would be stupendous. I don't know what the kind of gene editing or breeding schedule you would have to do to make that work, but whatever they did to make those horses big enough and wide enough to take a Astartes on its back is commendable, I will say. You'll notice I just cut the tabard off the captain's belt, I guess is the best way to put it, because it would not fit. I wanted to do a green stuff one, but then realized I wouldn't have anywhere to actually like put it. Like it wouldn't flow off this guy properly in any capacity. So I left it. Now I know a lot of people are going to say, well, if we're going to I'm going to run this guy as Sudan Khan, which is the new grab bike Outrider captain. I guess is he a captain, or is he just like a hero? I think he's a captain. Don't quote me on that one. I don't know much about the White Scars. I also take this Bretonnian, that's it, Bretonnian knight or cavalry banner, and I'll work with that. But I'm also using the what's his name? Commander Solaris? No. Oh, what is his name? He's Astra Militarum. He is the guy on Cyber Horse. I think his name is Solaris or something like that. I'm gonna find it. But here is the part where I'm like sort of making bits fit. I'm gonna find this dude real quick. Lord Solar Leontus. Lord Solar Leontus. That's it. That dude's horse's chest armor. I place that on there. Watermirth. Oh, I'm just doing the plasma pistol, which also the bracer on top of it is from the Chaos Knights, just carved out the Chaos Knight, so it actually fits on top of a Astartes one. The lance is a lance. The sword is from Azrael. When I had him. The sword is specifically done in a certain way that it is, yes, it is the one that the little watcher carries, but due to it being damaged in the middle, because I had to remove it, I will try and cover it up with details. I was going to use this Space Wolf shield, but then in turn ended up putting it on the other side. Because my flaw for this shield is that Captain Lancelot here has made a very distinct impact on the Space Wolves. So either a Blade Guard or a battle veteran or Wolf Head Taker has handed him their shield as sort of a to honor you, or a sort of reward or a trophy of sorts. There are many reasons why, but it has happened. And Sir Lancelot has accepted this gift very willingly. I use Purity Seals to kind of hide my mistakes I've made, and issues here and there, and just as detail. I'm very happy with the way this model's come out. Now, I do know some people are going to question why I've got a flag, an iron halo, and the helmet with a head ornament. Because they look cool, and the iron halo has rules. So if I can get to work on my Captain Outrider, a Captain on bike, I will use, because let's be honest, an iron halo works pretty damn well in most actions in most games of 40k if you've got them. Now, have I played a lot of 40k where I've had to use an iron halo? No. But from what I've seen from friends and other people that have used iron halos in combat in their 40k tournaments and stuff like that, they work pretty well to my knowledge. So, I'm just saying, I'm not opposed. Again, I go again to try and attach this lance. What I've done is sort of attached it to the side of it within reach. Now, what I'm doing for the sword is using the Captain's sword originally, using a Black Templar Crusader's power axe, carving down all the details, so it is literally just the... No, actually, I've used the Grey Hunter's power axe. That's it, my bad. And Helric's sword, because it's got that bevel in the fuller, or the spine of the blade. So it would realistically so the axe head can roll up and down that fuller, or the spine of the blade, with relative ease. Now I do take my time to try and line everything up so it actually relatively fits together. And then I attach it with some sprue glue. And then voila! I've got my trick weapon. Is it great? No. Will it do? Yes. I also add in those green stuff, the chainmail and the cape, which is just I believe an old Black Templar's tabard. Does it completely make sense? No, but it is standing in for a cape. This one, it was a bit of tricky to actually do. Army Painter, matte black, plate mail metal. I use this as a base coat for the entire model just to establish that dark grey that my army is known for and the Knights of Camelot enjoy. Is it a crazy first step? No. But it works pretty well. As this is my first company, I thought it would be best if I do paint this fully instead of just painting it off camera. aka acrylic color black red. So what I'm going to do is try and paint all the captains, or try my best to get around to the captains, paint them first and then use them as reference for my future minis. I think that'd be a best bet, because that feels like the best way to go about it. I could be wrong, but it feels right to me. If there are any suggestions, please leave them down in the comments down below, because any ideas are great ideas. Army Painter Matte Black, game color Glorious Gold. I use this for a dark gold over everything, all the metallics. Well, no, hang on. Any of the ornate details. As this is a captain, he is a lot more blinged out than the rest of them. And he gets the fancy brick weapon, because of course he does. I don't see why not the captain, all my captains are going to hopefully get a trick weapon of some sort. aka acrylic color volcanic yellow. Now, what the trick weapons will be, I have no idea. So far I've got Lancelot with his axe sword. And that's kind of it. So I've got to try and figure out what kind of weapons would be a good idea for other captains. Because they are going to all be the Knights of the Round Table. I believe my document of lore is in this, in the description. Model color white glaze. I'm going for a white horse, because he's a captain. And he stands out a bit more. It's not going to look white by the end of it, it's just a dirty white horse, that's it. In the grimy battlefield, I can't help that one. But it is unique, I'll say that. Game color Imperial Blue. Now, the reason it is red and blue on the flag, with also red and yellow, is because red and blue are the colors for the first company. I was about to say second company for a second. No, it's for the first company. Are red and blue. Though predominantly more blue than anything, as that's what goes on the shoulder pad trim. I feel like that is a best way to represent this. Citadel Beast Dryad Bark. I start on the skull on the horse's head. Yes, there's a real horse underneath. It's just wearing a skull. I thought it was a mutation. It is not a mutation. It's just wearing a skull. Weird? A little bit. Interesting? Absolutely. But yeah. Blue will be first company. Technically it's blue and red, but blue will be the predominant color of second company. I keep saying second. It's first company is blue. Jeez, I'm thinking of Army Painter Dark Tone. I use this to darken down everything and sort of establish that grimy, grimdark look. Where was I?
Yeah, blue second is first company, not second company. Second company is a completely different dude altogether. Second company, I believe, is Garwin. Sir Garwin of second company. I have the document right here. I can double check. Gain color, glorious gold. Yes, Sir Garwin is second company. He is of the Siege Breakers, heavy infantry. So that Sir Garwin will be a captain in gravis armor. So I've got to start playing that one out. Oh no. But oh well. The characters will work on the units after that. Because at least I know that much. AK, acrylic color, black red. Gain color, scarlet blood. I use this for this very interesting red. So it's almost it's close to Mephiston, I guess. Not quite, but on the way there. Gain color, fluorescent orange, to saturate that red. I will go down my list of characters and like what I've got for them. So Sir Gawain again is a captain in gravis armor. Sir Galahad is a jump pack captain. Sir Parzival is a Phobos captain. Sir Benevere is Terminator captain, and Sir Kay is Space Marine captain, just Primaris captain. AK acrylic color, volcanic yellow. Each will be taking the head of the Bretonnian Guard, or Bretonnian Knights, because you all have animals or a sort of creature on them. I like that idea, except for Sir Brevier. Brevian? Bedrier. I pronounced it properly now, I can't remember now. But the Terminator Captain will be using a modified head. Model color, white glaze. I use this in the center of the lantern to sort of replicate that bright inner circle of a Bloodborne lantern. Now, I did do this off of memory, which is not accurate enough. I might have to come back and redo this lantern. But it was a good start. Army Painter Desert Yellow. Gain color, glorious gold. I use this as my highlight color for my gold. Pretty much anything of like significant value will be getting this. Am I taking these colors a bit too far? Probably, but they do look nice. Add Model Air US Desert Armor. Add it to Dryad Bark Citadel based Dryad Bark. I am royally off on that one. My apologies. I thought I had written this out properly, but I guess I didn't. Oh well, that's my bad. But yeah, we're going to use this to enhance the bone and then add Model Air Ivory on top of the Desert Armor to insinuate bone and parchment. The parchment will be washed slightly different, so it will look a little bit different. I like the idea of like, much like the next level from Prime. For the Warhammer 40k, how when they went towards Chaos, the parchments burnt. Add Model Air aged white as a highlight color. I liked in the next level, the Warhammer episode where they were walking towards the Chaos rune or statue. Their parchment burnt. I like to think that's the idea of what these. That's why they're fresh parchment, because they're constantly replaced. Because they just burn off when they get engagements with Chaos. Model color, Model Air, aged white as a final highlight for the parchments. But yeah, if you are enjoying this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. God, that was quick. I wish I could I need to figure out a really good way of getting this camera to sit still, like sit in a way that works well. Army Painter Uniform Grey. I think I need to start sitting this model, just like set the model down on the table and leave it there. And work around that as a limitation to get the better view, the better angles of this. But I'm not sure if that will work. Let me know down in the comment section down below if you think I should adjust how I paint my things. Because this is, I mean, it's alright. It's not great, but it's alright. Citadel-based Dryad Bark. I just should base the entire base, and I'm going to drown it out with dark tone to sort of darken it down to almost a black. Game color, fluorescent blue. I use this for the power weapons and the blades of these said power weapons, just to give them a bit more of a pizzazz, as well as the plasma. Also, I will mention this, that pose with the plasma pistol was unintentional. It just turned out that way, because I didn't check the bits I was using correctly. Game color, fluorescent orange. I use this for the power pack. Game color, scarlet blood. I use this over the purity seals to sort of give them a bit more of a vibrant punch. Citadel-based Dryad Bark. I use this as a wash over the gold and anything of the armor to add a bit more grime, a bit more grimness to this model, and that pretty much finishes it off. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting the notification bell so you never miss another video. And if you want to see more Knights of Camelot, please leave me some suggestions on what you want to see down below, or some kitbash ideas. Any ideas are great ideas, so let me know. And I hope you guys enjoy your day or night, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.